Let's play a game. It's a very simple game, and I would need all of your assistance. What happens is I'm going to tell you a story, and at the end of every sentence that I'm going to say, I need all of you collectively say yes. Can?
Yes.
Can?
Yes.
All right. Okay, let's start. Can I tell you a story?
Yes.
About a boy and a girl?
Yes.
The boy named Jack, the girl named Jill.
Yes.
Jill got kidnapped.
Yes.
Jack saved her.
Yes.
They fell in love.
Yes.
And then they live happily ever after.
Yes.
Thank you. Give yourself a round of applause for participating. This time around, same story, but say no. Can I tell you a story?
No.
All right. Bye-bye. See the difference? The first time around when you say yes, you allow me to continue my story. But the moment you say no, you stop me. And that no is an experience of us getting stuck. Experienced such before? How can then we overcome that stuckness feeling? Many ways. One of the ways I would recommend is to embrace creativity. And by that way is to make creativity your culture. Whether your personal culture or if you lead a team, make it a team culture. But how can we start that culture? First, by using the language of creativity. Because language has the power either to limit or unleash our creativity to get unstuck and move forward. The question is, what is that language of creativity? To tell you that, let me bring you back in the year 1990. I was 12 years old, living in a HDB flat with my parents and my younger siblings. It was one particular evening after a rainy day. It was very cold. I need to get a warm drink. I went into the kitchen, and what I saw, my dad. He was holding a little brown bird in his hands, and he told me, the bird is injured. We need to house it, get something so that we can trade it. But being the 12-year-old me, very curious, instead of listening to my dad, I was curious more on the bird itself. So as I about to touch that bird, the bird flew in the kitchen itself. And I was shocked. And I screamed. My mom and my sisters who were in the living room heard the scream, came in, they saw the bird and they screamed as well. So the whole thing becomes so a chaotic moment. And at that point of time, I just stuck for ideas, don't know what to do next. But amid that commotion, the only person that was calm was my dad. He was looking around and he saw something on the ground. He picked it up, an empty laundry basket. And with a magical moment, he turned that into a bird cage by just turning it over and scooped the bird in the process. That's it. But for a 12-year-old me, that was an amazing idea, a very creative idea. And that was the start of my creativity journey. Fast forward 25 years down the road, I speak on creativity, and I truly believe that each and every one of us here are creative. The only problem is that we may not be maximizing our creativity capability. And I drill down to possibly two main factors. Number one, the misconception of creativity. Number two, about creativity habits. Let me address the first one first. Misconception of creativity. Most of us, or most people, feel that creativity is only meant for the arts. Is it true? One of my participants came to me, he asked me, Hazriq, I'm not in the creative industries. What should I be learning creativity for? He got a valid point because he wasn't the only one feeling that way. So to address that, what I did, I conducted a survey. I asked people in my network this particular question that says, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word creativity? And the results was very, very interesting. 33% said that creativity is about the arts. Music, dance, theater, film, painting, sculpturing. We call this the artistry creativity. Whereas 67% said that creativity is about problem solving, innovation, improvement, getting better, being unique. This is what we call as applied creativity. What does it show? It shows that while we use creativity in the arts, it is also applicable beyond the arts. In fact, more people are using creativity beyond the arts. So the next question is, how can then we maximize our creativity to solve all this problem? This brings back to the second factor, the habits of creativity. People tend to use creativity subconsciously. And for example, when we are late for work or for an appointment, we will find creative ways or creative reasons to tell the person that why we were late. Or let's say, a little boy, 5-year-old boy, asks how babies are made. We will find creative reasons or creative ways to tell the boy that how babies are made by not telling how babies are really made. How creative you are. We use it subconsciously. But when we want to use it consciously, we got stuck. Why? Let me bring you into one of my creativity classes in Polytechnic. In one of the lessons, I got my students to brainstorm for an idea. I gave them about 5 minutes to list down as many uses as possible of a drinking straw. And after about 3 minutes, a group came up to me. They said, "Sir, I'm not able to list down much ideas. Can you help us?" I said, "Yeah, sure. Let's listen up." So I went to the group. I listened to the conversation. And then their conversation went something like this. When one person said that, "How about we keep sugar in straws?" Someone else would say, "Yes, but I don't think that's possible." And when someone else say, "How about we use straw as a clothes hanger?" Someone else would say, "Yes, but that's a bit flimsy." There and then, I know something was amiss. That's why they got stuck. Because they were having this, what I call the yes but conversations or yes but statements. Remember the game we played earlier on? The Jack and Jill game? Remember? Yes brought me forward, right? No stopped me. Yes but is a disguise of no. Yes but is a polite way of saying no. Yes but stop us from moving forward. Therefore, we got stuck. Recall back whether we have met that kind of people. So how can then we overcome this yes but syndrome? My recommendation is to use this statement instead of using yes but, change it to yes and. And this yes and, I learned it in acting. One of the core skills I need to learn back as an actor. Let's show of hands if any one of you have watched musical plays or stage plays before. Not bad, some of you. How about improv plays? Have any one of you watched improv? Some of you. All right. For stage plays and musicals, right, what they do, actors on stage, they are based on the script. They're acted out based on the script. Whereas improv or improvisation play, they have minimal script. They acted out based on suggestions by the audience. And they need to move on using the word yes and, the philosophy of yes and. So what happened was, I used the very same technique in my creativity classes. So I get my students say, instead of yes but, say yes and. And this time round, the results were different. So when one person say, yes, and let's keep sugar in the straw. Yes, and let's make it as a clothes hanger. Yes, and we can use it also as a shoelace. Yes, and we can use it as a present. And many other very good things came out. And that is the outcome of using as and. Rather, yes and. And why is that so? Because of these three elements. I call it the ABC of yes and. A, acceptance. When one person accepts an idea, whatever person the other person say, this first person will always receive and accept the idea. And B, when he receives that idea, he will build on, make the idea even better. And as we were sparring using the A and B thing, C comes into play. Collaboration. They are collaborating, generating even more and better idea. And by doing this, some bonus, three things happen. I call it the DEF. D, delight. They were delighting each other. That reduces conflict. E, they empathize on each other. That increases positivity. And F, flexibility, which means they are adaptable to changes. And a very important skill we need to have right now. So ladies and gentlemen, the next time round, if you get stuck, instead of saying yes, but say yes. Exactly, because yes and is the language of creativity. With that, Hazriq Idrus signing off. Thank you very much.